Good morning, YouTube viewers. Started out a little late. This morning wasn't the greatest of mornings. It doesn't start out like you want it to. Sometimes it's things that happen that's outside of you. So, with this video, has a lot to do with today being Monday. The things that we have to face and the things that we have to rise above. Um, Today, there's a short story, and the short story is entitled The Little Indian Girl. So the girl's name is Mona, and Mona belongs to a small village. And her job is that she has to go down to, the watering hole, not just get water just for herself, but to get water for the whole village. So it became like a daily duty for her. And the nearest watering hole is like five miles away. So having that water hole there is a necessity for this village. And one day Mona comes home with the water. She tells her mother, she's like, hey, uh, the water hole is not filling up. The water is just, the more I take out, the less is inside when I go back. So the mother says, well, we provided, that watering hole has provided water not only for your grandmother, but for her grandmother and her grandmother before her. So uh, she told the kid more or less not to worry about it, just to continue what she's doing, that this happens, and this must be like a low water season. So as time goes on, uh, Mona comes home. No water for herself or her family, no water for the village. She says to her mom, hey, look, the watering hole dried out and there's no water anywhere around. So, long story short, the mother tells the husband talks to the tribal chief, and the tribal chief moves the village 5 miles away to the watering hole. So, how does that story apply to, today? Um, First, there was a warning. The warning sign was that the water was getting low. I mean, Mona had mentioned, hey, we need to do something. But because the mother was unwilling to, uh, further investigate and just, pass it off as, things that have been told to her, this is the way that it is, and not thinking anything special of it, the worst result ended up happening. The water hole drained. So no one adhered to the warning. So that's number one of how it applies to today, that nothing can happen to you without warning. And regardless of what it is, it could be jealousy, it could be hate, it could be manipulation, there'll always be a warning. And that warning, 9 out of 10, comes with a smile. Um, and what else we learned from this story is the need to be aware, that, we can't just take for granted that water is going to continuously run. We can't take for granted that our car is going to continuously run. We can't take for granted that a relationship will continue to be the same relationship. These things change. And like this story, we have to be willing to, grow and to, come out of our belief systems to say that things are always going to be a certain way when they're not. Um, so with that, I want everyone to have a positive day. And I think the next video that we have to do is on like hate, hate where people wake up and, their hate is so bad. But, there's nothing that you can do about it. But it's how you can feel better about you. And that's what's important. Later for that, for everyone else. We're the ones who are standing. We're the ones who want to remain positive and not fall into the negativities of the world. And we also want to avoid the stresses. We want to learn how to, bypass these, stresses that, we really shouldn't have in our lives, but are produced by things that are outside of us. So those are the things that we're going to be talking about tomorrow, and I have an awesome story to tell you in regards to it. But for today, have an awesome day. Be the best person that you can be. And in the face of all adversity, stand up. Stand up because it says that you're okay, and that's what we're here for. We're here to be okay. regardless of what goes on around us. So with that, everyone, I want to say thank you for the people, the subscribers. Thank you to Facebook, because you guys, you watch it a lot. If you have the chance, support the channel. Go and subscribe to the channel, because it gets this message out to people all over the world, and not just around the area in which we're around, or just in the United States. But this is going on all over the world. People are just not happy, and we have to find ways to stand up through this barrage of all different types of things, which no one deserves. No one deserves it. But we live in a world where people make things like this happen. So with that, I want to say to everyone, have an awesome day, and it's a beautiful day. Get out there and enjoy it. Let nothing bring you down. And in the face of adversity, count it all joy, because it's a joy when you're looked upon like this, because it's a bad and good, because it's good in a sense because it shows that you're something worth talking, that you're a person worth talking about, but also that people go to sleep thinking about you. It's kind of weird, kind of strange, but these are the things what we face, and it's crazy, because we are not the types that do that, but we live in a world where things are happening like that. So to go back to our story from the beginning with the little Indian girl, when she went to the mother, we're the mother, we're the father. We have to pay heed to those warnings, because those warnings are going to constantly be with us. And we have to act on them. We can't just pass it off and say, hey, I'm going to be stubborn in my ways. So with that, everyone, get up, stand up, and count it all joy. And I want to say, click, like, subscribe, and peace and blessings.